Welcome back, blah, blah. Welcome back, everybody. Today I'm going to tell the story of how me and my best friend almost got beaten up by 3 grown adults because we trash talked them on Fortnite. This happened back in 2020 during the pandemic, where schools were shut down, closed. You couldn't go outside to the shop, the malls. You couldn't go outside at all. You had to be quarantined for 2 weeks straight. So us being in 7th grade, there was nothing else to do other than play video games, and Fortnite was popping. You had the Christmas stuff. Chapter 2, season 2 was out. It was just popping at the moment. So the only thing me and Daniel did was play Fortnite all day. We would play it from when the sun came up until it went down. So we were going crazy playing every single day, and no only times we paused was to eat or shower, as brush our teeth and sleep and stuff. But most of the time we were playing Fortnite because that's what 7th graders are gonna do if they can stay home for 2 weeks straight and not have to worry about school. Anyways, so me and Daniel were playing one day, and I go to take a shower, and I'm like, "Hey, Daniel, I have to head out. I'm gonna take a shower." And Daniel is like, "Oh man, guess I'm gonna have to go play solos." And I'm like, "Yeah, but I'll be back after I've taken the shower." And before I go into the shower, my other friend, let's just call him Little Caesar. Little Caesar calls and he's like, "Hey, wanna play some Fortnite?" And I'm like, "Nah, I'm about to jump in the shower. I can't play." And he's like, "Oh man, I had these two other friends of mine that we could play with," and I was like, "Daniel is playing. I can give you his username and stuff, and you can add him so you two can play together." And he was like, "Bet." And then I told Daniel, and he was like, "Bet." So I take the shower. I go crazy when I take showers. It's like a whole hour in the shower, maybe 30 minutes at the minimum. But when I got out the shower, my phone had been blown up from Little Caesar and Daniel talking about stuff that happened. Apparently, they were trash talking. Little Caesar were trash talking like crazy, and then Daniel started trash talking back, understandably. So they were beefing, straight up beefing, throwing slurs at each other, cursing, all that shit, offending each other. They were just straight up having a war. And fast forward to the next day, me and Daniel are playing Fortnite, and then Little Caesar calls, and he's like, "Hey, let us join." And then we ignore it. We ignore him, but he has us added as friends, so he can join our party. And then he's like, "Hey, what are you doing? Can I play with you guys?" And me and him are like, "We don't know." And then he's like, "Come on, let me and my friends play with you guys." And then we're like, "Nah, they were too much yesterday." And then Little Caesar says, "Come on, I promise won't do what they did yesterday." And then we're like, "Fine, as long as they keep it calm." So we add them and then invite them to the lobby. The first thing these people do is start bossing me and Daniel around. They're like, "Oh, we don't want to play a regular match. Let's get on creative." And we're like, "Nah, we wanted to play regular squads." Out of nowhere, they just start yelling at us and yelling nonsense, yelling slurs, curse words. They're like, "We know where you live." And I know that these people know where I live because they're friends with Little Caesar. And Little Caesar doesn't live that far away from me, and we also go to the same school. And when he goes home, he passes by my house. So I know that these people are legit. So now I'm a little scared. And fast forward to a week later, Daniel is actually visiting me, but we're too scared to go outside because we're scared to meet those people. But after a while, we get bored of just sitting inside and playing games all day. So we go out to the park. But when we go out to the park, guess who we meet? We meet Little Caesar and those adult friends of his. And we don't know what to do. We don't know if we should leave, walk up to them, or what to do. But before we can decide, they notice us. So we don't know what to do now. And they walk up to us and they're like, "You're the guy from the game, right?" And we're like, yeah. And then he started raising their voice at us and like, hey, hey. So basically, we're like, yeah, no, we're good on that. And we run past them and we run straight back home to my house. And then we just spend the rest of the day inside playing video games and watching TV and not going outside anymore. Anyways, Daniel's parents come, they pick him up. He goes home. I stay inside. Later on, me and him go back to playing Fortnite, but this time we're playing and showing as offline, and we're just having a good time, staying away from strangers this time. And we learn our lesson. We're not gonna mess with anybody else. We're gonna be careful with what we say to people on the internet. And yeah, that's basically the end of the story. So if you enjoyed, like, subscribe, or I'm gonna find you and I'm gonna chase you down.